Welcome to Head Coach Jeremy Pruitt's post-practice press conference. Coach will start us off with a quick opening statement. Please raise your hands for questions.
You know, in the last 2 days, we really got some good news starting with Aubrey. You know, it's a guy that's worked really hard since he's been here. You know, I'm glad to see that he gets rewarded and gets a chance to compete and play. You know, Trey Smith is going to be able to play some snaps on Saturday, so that's a great thing for Trey. You know, this is something that Trey and his family decided to do, and along with our doctors here at the university and people across the country have come up with a plan for him to be able to play the game that he loves. You know, had really good work this week. You know, offensively, I see the maturity of our team. You know, starting at the quarterback position and the wide receivers. You know, still moving some guys around up front. We look to play a lot of folks. You know, on the defensive side, you know, still a lot of youth. Got some guys that won't be able to play this weekend, but that's okay. It's opportunities for other folks. With that, I'll take any questions.
Steve and David.
I know you can't go into too many specifics, but in generalities, can you say anything about what this plan is that's going to be able to allow Trey to play?
No, it's a plan that our doctors came up with, and as far as playing in the game, I mean, Trey's just like any other guy on our team. You know, he'll definitely play some. How much, I don't know, but he's practiced a few times this camp, so you know, he's worked really hard since this all began. Probably in the best shape of his life. You know, I think he weighs about 320 pounds. So when we got here, he weighed 365. So he's worked really hard, and you know, I'm proud that he's getting an opportunity to do what he loves to do.
David, and then Austin.
New Bryce, what body is heading up the investigation there, and what are they sort of seeking to learn?
Well, David, I've said this. This will be the third time that I've said it. I can't comment about that situation. He's suspended from our team right now. There'll be a point in time, I'm sure, there'll be a lot of things that will come out, but right now we can't comment.
Austin.
Coach, a year ago, Trey came back and he went playing tackle. What's the differences for him playing guard versus playing tackle? You know, in the offense, do you feel like maybe there's a comfort level that he has at guard more so than he did a year ago at tackle?
Well, he's probably more of a guard. He's a guy that could probably play all 5 positions, but I think he's more comfortable playing inside. So that's where we want to give him a chance to be at his best.
Robin and Blake.
There's just the impact of getting Aubrey, what do you expect for the bring out?
You know, we've practiced all camp, the same amount of reps for everybody. So we're going to play a lot of guys on the defensive front. You know, so it's you know, Aubrey's a guy that could play anywhere up and down the line of scrimmage. So it definitely gives us a little more depth there.
Blake and Jesse.
Jerry, 2 questions about Trey. Do you know about when he was cleared for full contact in practice? And then have you been given a plan to like manage his snaps? Is it entirely up to you, or do you have to follow a plan to manage his snaps?
No, the plan's definitely with our medical staff. So we've got a plan. You know, we really are keeping it in-house. You know, I don't think it's smart to let our opponents know how many snaps Trey's going to play or not going to play.
Jesse.
Just as a follow-up on that, though, Jeremy, you did note in the statement that it was Trey's decision to play, but he kind of came to you once the doctors kind of made the necessary assessments. It's okay for him to play. How did he kind of approach you? What was that conversation like when you realized, okay, he is going to be a guy that we can count on this week versus Florida State?
Well, I'm sure Trey's wanted to play the entire time, you know, so he's not made, you know, there's not been any secrets about that. I think it's why him and his family have really thoroughly investigated this along with our medical staff to figure out a way to give him the best opportunity to have success, not only right now, but for the rest of his life.
Grant and David.
Does it hurt him that he's missed so much contact the last however long he's
No, I think everybody that, when you play football, it's really a developmental game, especially at his position. Trey he's a very talented guy, but there's no doubt that the more practices you get, the better you'll perform. So he's really worked hard at the skill sets, just not with everybody else. We'll see how he does.
Are doctors gonna have to clear him each week, or is it sort of he's cleared now and then if something happens or he notices, then he'll have to look at the plan? How's that gonna sort of?
Well, we're not going to go into the plan. That's Trey and his family's business, along with the medical staff.
Blake, then Ron.
Got any more clarity on whether Batuli will be available on Saturday?
No, he's not going to be able to play this week.
And a lot of that coaching, Henry is capable of calling signals, you put that on him, or is he good?
Yes, all of our linebackers could be our signal callers. So these guys, we've got guys like Shannon Reed and Will Ignat that have been in the system, for 2 years now. J.J. Peterson, he's more probably like a freshman because he missed all summer and fall camp last year. And then Jeremy Banks. Jeremy's probably not ready to call the signals, but, he's a guy that, he from last year when we moved him over during the fall, he really picked it up really fast. So we got some guys in there that can operate.
Vince, then Eric, and Brent.
Which coaches do you plan to have up in the press box versus down on the field?
I don't really think that's relevant with our game plan and anything else. I think we'd like to keep that in-house as well.
Eric, Brent, Wes.
Is Jeremy Banks up to speed enough to where he can play a lot of snaps on Saturday and Monday?
Yes, he can.
Brent and Wes.
I would ask a little bit about this on the conversation in terms of tackling with your team. How concerning as a defensive coach is it that first game where your team is as a tackling and physical football team on the defensive side of the ball?
We call it ABCs. We work every single day on footwork, block protection, and tackling every single day. So it's interesting. Years ago when I played, my coach told me that if you couldn't tackle, we wouldn't recruit you. But back then, every drill was a tackle drill, right? So it's not that way anymore. So when you watch, like I mentioned it today, when you watch bowl games, when there goes a period of time from when teams have played, it seems like there's not as many. There's a lot more missed tackles. There's more points in bowl games, and usually starting the year, you get a couple of scrimmages there. But every day when you thud, if you get your body in the right position and the right body angles and attack the ball the right way, you get plenty of opportunities. I'm sure when you look around college football, probably as the season goes, guys become better at what they're trying to do.
Wes, and then final question, Gene in the back.
Jeremy, along those same lines of tackling, is that something that, obviously, it's the same rule everywhere, so everybody has to go through it. But how much has that changed about the way that you coach defense? Have there been different drills you can try to do to kind of simulate tackling without actually going to the ground, or how have you had to adjust against that?
We have not changed the way we practice. The last 10 years that I've been in college football, and even when I was a high school coach, we practice the same now as we did back then. We never took guys to the ground unless we were going to scrimmage. So all that's the same. There's not as many practices. That's probably where there's a difference. When I was in school 25 years ago, we had 3-a-days, for 2 weeks, and now we don't even have 2-a-days, so it's just really cutting down on the amount of days that you're actually out there.
Any final question?
Coaches always talk about adversity and the program players have to deal with it. Just how do you feel everybody's going to deal with this week's adversity?
this week there's not been any adversity for us. I mean, we're getting ready to play Georgia State. Everybody's excited, fired up, ready to play. You know, you don't get many opportunities, right? So everything that we do, okay, starting from when we were little bitty kids, right? You know, playing in the backyard to playing Pop Warner to, you know, junior high ball in the weight room, all the way through. There's very few moments that you get to play in a game, coach in a game, so you take advantage of it. And everybody in our program's excited about this game.
Thank you, Coach.